Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the It Girl Mindset. I am so happy you are here. Today, we are getting into how to get unstuck in your body journey. I know that so many women want to have their dream body and they want to feel good and they want to feel confident in their body. And last week, I really went into my full journey from you should just go listen because it goes into so much detail on everything that I went through. And this one is going to be really how you can get unstuck. So if you listened to the last podcast episode, you know that my body journey had so many ups and downs. And this is essentially what I wish I would have done if I was starting over with my body journey from the beginning. Let's get into it. Welcome to the It Girl Mindset, where I help you step into the next level version of yourself by mastering your mindset, manifesting your deepest desires, and connecting deeply with your body. It's about becoming the most authentic, radiant, unapologetic, and unbothered version of yourself. Together, we're going to chat about how to unlock your true potential and create a life that feels as good as it looks. If you're ready to become the healthiest, hottest, and most abundant version of yourself, you're in the perfect place. Let's get into it. So, we have two different factors when it comes to reaching your dream body, or I don't even know if I want to say reaching your dream body, more like just having your body come home to its homeostasis, feeling confident, feeling amazing in your own skin, having all of this energy, truly having a connection with your body, okay? And the mindset does come into this. So I think it's so important that you have a mind-body connection, a mind-body-soul connection, because all of it flows together. So we have two different pieces. We've got the physical world and we've got the physical world or the outer world, and then we have our inner world. So we're going to go over each of these. And the thing is that when people are reaching their dream body or going for some sort of body goal, or even just like feeling comfortable and confident in their body, they only focus on the physical world, which is, moving your body and eating healthy. These two things are very important to do, but a lot of times women can't stick with reaching their dream body or taking care of their body because they're only focusing on these two things. But when you start to focus on your inner world, that's how you're able to actually stick to what you say you're going to do, build self-trust with yourself, look at it from a, nourishing your body instead of just how can I get there as quickly as possible? How can I be as small as possible? Okay. So first off, the physical world. This is what you typically see when it comes to health and fitness coaching. Even myself, I was a holistic health coach, and we did focus on the mindset, which was a little bit different, but a lot of health and fitness people, coaches, leaders, they focus on the physical, which is, again, this is nutrition, this is movement, and this is even like habits, okay? The day-to-day, what's going on in the outer world. But again, that is all great. But in order to show up in the physical world by doing the habits, eating the healthy food, taking care of your body, taking the time to prioritize yourself, that all starts from the inner world, which is what we're really truly going to be talking about, because the physical world, the physical aspects of reaching your dream body are obviously very important, and coming back to homeostasis, because you have to actually put in the action to feel the way that you want to. But the inner world is what is the most powerful and what is actually going to get you there. And I told you and if you listen to my last podcast episode, you know that I had to go through the hard way, the ups and downs, and this is going to just fast track your journey if you started by focusing on your inner world and not your outer world. So we're going to go into the 5 focus points and 5 tips that I would focus on if you were wanting to heal your body and get unstuck in your body journey. Number 1 is to regulate your nervous system. And if you've never heard of regulating your nervous system, our body is either in fight or flight or rest and digest. Those are the 2 types of states that we are in. When your nervous system is regulated, you are in a rest and digest. When your nervous system is dysregulated, you're in a fight or flight, okay? And we need both of these because if there's any danger, we want our fight or flight to kick on and be able to maybe it's like blood rushes to our legs so we can run faster, or whatever it may be, if we're actually in danger. But the problem with our world right now is there's so many things that put our body in fight or flight, which is that dysregulated state, because of, like work stress, even friend stress, even, again, there's so many different things that affect our stress, which in turn affects our nervous system. So again, living in this world that we live in right now, there is just so many things that affect and stress us out. And so our body takes that as being in a dysregulated state. We want to be in a rest and digest, a regulated state, because that's when we're able to think more clearly. We're able to be more present. We're able to be more grounded. We can make choices more consciously rather than just running on like this stress autopilot, trying to do as many things as once. On top of, if you are in fight or flight, your body is only focusing on surviving, okay? Your body's not focusing on digesting food. Your body's not focusing on how to optimize your hormones, how to balance your cortisol. Your body is just the only thing it's doing is trying to survive, okay? And so in order to live in harmony and really have this body harmony and be in balance and feel connected to your body, being in a regulated state is going to help you immensely. It's going to help balance your hormones. It's going to help regulate your stress and cortisol levels. It's truly going to help you in so many ways with your physical body. But in order to regulate your nervous system, it starts in the mind. So how do you do this? What you're going to do is set up a regulation protocol, okay? So maybe you start off with like 3 times a day. At 11, 2, and 5, you have a silent alarm go off and you have a list of regulating resources. What you're going to do first is say, okay, am I in fight or flight or am I in rest and digest? If you are in fight or flight, you are going to do one of your regulating resources. That could be going and putting your face in the sun. That could be going for a 20-minute walk. That could be going to sauna. That could be taking a big deep breath and just grounding yourself and being present. It could be doing a 2-minute meditation, okay? It could be doing a 30-minute meditation. It really is about figuring out your own protocol so you can figure out what works best for you. But the more consistent that you are with being grounded and being present and regulating your nervous system, the more your body's going to get used to that, and you're going to be in that regulated state so much more. And again, when you are in this regulated state, you're going to be able to, your hormones will be able to balance. Your cortisol is going to be lowered. Your body truly will be in homeostasis, which is the goal, which in turn is going to affect your physical body, okay? Number 2 is self-love, okay? And I know this word gets thrown around so much, but it's okay to love yourself now while striving for more, okay? It is okay. I'm giving you permission that both can exist at the same time. You can love your body and who you are and take care of yourself while also wanting to shift from the inside out. Maybe, again, get closer to your dream body. Get your body to homeostasis, okay? Self-love is not only loving yourself when you are at your goal weight or when you are feeling good in your body, okay? And I know this from personal experience. You have to love yourself now. You will be amazed at how you treat your body when you focus on self-love and you become your own biggest cheerleader. You take this approach of, what can I do to take care of myself today? Instead of just like, oh, what can I do to lose weight? What can I do to lose weight? Like, that is never going to get you where you want to go because you're focusing on the end goal, which is focusing on how far away you are from where you are now, okay? You want to get out of that scarcity mindset. You want to be in an abundant mindset and focus on what you want, not what you don't want. And that all comes from self-love. Loving yourself right now while still striving for more. And if you are like, I have no idea how to start loving myself, I want you to start noticing your language, your inner voice. What is she saying to you? That voice in your head, is she always positive or is she constantly dragging you down? Is she hopeful or is she looking for the worst in every situation? Okay, look at that inner voice and try to reframe with positive affirmations. Again, there's always caveats, but I don't want you to think that you can't feel negative emotions or you can't feel bad Okay, that's not what this is about. This isn't about pushing down negative emotions. You have to feel how you need to feel, but truly, again, looking at this from a lens of compassion and love and respect for yourself and your body, okay? You are going to be shocked at how different you show up for yourself when you take it from that lens. Number 3, and you probably knew this was going to happen, is healing your beliefs, okay? We are all wired from childhood to think, act, behave, and these beliefs, I don't even want you to look at them as bad. Nothing's bad. It's not like our parents did a bad job of raising us. It's our perspective of the world. We could have an identical twin and we could have both been at the exact same experience. One twin could have a completely different experience than the other one. It's just because of how we are and our soul and who we are, okay? So when you're looking at your beliefs, I don't want you to be like, oh, this is so bad. I want you to look at your beliefs and be like, okay, what are these limiting beliefs that I have about myself? Okay, I explained them in my last podcast episode, but like for me, my body was attached to everything. Like I thought I was fat, so no one wanted to talk to me. I thought that weight loss was hard for me, and I thought I was just like naturally not a skinny person and it was unfair, okay? Like what are these thoughts going on in your head? And then using subconscious reprogramming to switch these beliefs. Again, this is really what I focus heavily on with my clients because thoughts create emotions, emotions create actions, and actions determine what outcomes happen, okay? So yes, this is inner work, but it also affects the physical world, which is why you need to start at the root cause of what's actually holding you back, which is your beliefs, okay? So change your thoughts, change your beliefs, change your freaking life. So again, it's not about just looking at what your beliefs are, maybe about weight loss, but like about your body in general, about food, about how you treat yourself, okay? There's so many things that are wrapped up into what we believe about our body and how we think we're perceived, okay? And so it's so important to get to that root cause of what's truly holding you back from feeling connected, feeling balanced, feeling good in your body, okay? Number 4 is shifting your identity and self-image. Again, I know I speak on this often, but I wanted to take it one step deeper, okay? So your self-image comes down to 3 components. Your ideal self, which is what you want to be, what you aspire to be, what you wish to be. The next is your public self. So what you think others perceive you as, how you believe others to perceive you. And then number 3 is the actual self, who you truly believe that you are, based on your own judgments, feelings, experiences, okay? When we shift this to becoming the type of person who has what we want, whether that is dream body, feeling good in your own skin, feeling confident, clear skin, like whatever it may be, shifting that is going to drastically change how you show up in the world. And again, I know I talk about this a ton, but it's because it is so freaking powerful. So this is why these 3 components are important because yes, you want to change how you perceive yourself, but you also need to change in your mind how others perceive you, okay? 1, we project everything. We never actually know how people feel about us, even if they directly say to us or to you, XYZ, you don't actually know what's going on in their brain, so you have no idea if they're actually being honest or if they're projecting something onto you or whatever it may be, okay? So we get to decide how we think other people feel about us. When you shift that along with who you think you are, you will be shocked at how you show up. Okay, I always use this example. If you want to become the healthy, fit, girly, confident girly, you can't just quote unquote pretend or fake it till you make it. That's only going to take you so far. You're probably going to get into a pattern of like, yes, I can do it. Yes. And then you're going to get to a point and then you're going to be like, oh, what am I doing? Again, those are kind of those subconscious programs running in your brain where you consciously are trying to convince yourself, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. But then you haven't healed that at a subconscious level, so then you go back and repeat the pattern over and over again. Okay, so that's why it's so important to heal at a subconscious level and change your beliefs at a subconscious level, as well as shift your identity at a subconscious level, okay? Because again, if consciously you're like, I'm the fit girl, but then you see yourself repeating these same patterns, that's why you're stuck. It's because you haven't changed your identity, your beliefs at a subconscious level. So in order to shift at a subconscious level, you need to do subconscious reprogramming, which again is what I do with my one-on-one clients. looking at your beliefs at a subconscious level and shifting them. With identity work, what I always do with my clients too is hypnosis. So NLP and timeline technique, that is really exonerating your old self and going back in the past. Hypnosis is going straight to your subconscious and ingraining new beliefs in there. So, and that's what we do when we do identity work, is we ingrain that identity into your subconscious, okay? So if you want to be this healthy, fit, confident, girly, connected to your body, you have to shift at a subconscious level. The last tip is aligned action, okay? So often we do things because we think we have to, or we do things out of obligation, or we have this inner knowing that we're meant to do something, but we just completely ignore it because of a lot of different things. A lot of times it could be judgment from others. We think we're not worthy enough to go after what we truly want. You know, there's, again, so many factors, experiences that have happened. Maybe you heard your friend talking about some influence, like there's so many things wrapped up into it, okay? But when you take aligned action and listen to your intuition, you will be shocked at how you actually start to want to show up for yourself. You want to heal yourself. You want to take that action because it feels good to you. That's what aligned action is taking action from your intuition. And when your intuition and your actions are in alignment, it is so easy to show up for yourself. I will give you some examples of this. I used to think in order to have my dream body, I had to eat in a certain way, I had to work out in a certain way. I thought there was this strict kind of like magic formula, or someone had the secret code, or whatever it may be. And I was never able to stick to it. Even like being a vegan, I stuck to it for a while because I really like ingrained that identity into myself. But then after a while, I was like, this actually isn't feeling good to me. This isn't feeling in alignment. And so I ended up removing myself from being vegan and started to eat other things. And then when I started dating my boyfriend, he's very like, you know, macro tracking, super into that kind of side of the fitness world. And I was like, this is what I have to do. I have to eat a bajillion grams of protein and, you know, stuff my face with protein as much as possible. Fuck fiber. You know what I mean? Like track my macros, like track every little thing I'm putting in my body. And guess what? I was 10 pounds heavier when I was doing that, okay? It's about listening to your own intuition and what feels good to you, okay? What types of foods. And I think a lot of people are like, oh, I don't trust myself to eat intuitively. When you give yourself the freedom to eat whatever you want, if you eat ice cream every day for a week and you're like, yeah, I can have ice cream whenever I want, you're going to be like, oh, I don't even care about ice cream anymore, okay? It's counterintuitive, but when you are taking aligned action to eat the things that you want and allow yourself to move through the things that you want and allow yourself to move your body in the way that you want, you will be shocked at how easy it is for you to show up. And I always say this too, okay? Your intuition isn't going to be like, you need to eat ice cream every single day so you can gain weight. Like, that's not what your intuition is. Your intuition is guiding you to your highest self, your next level self, the best version of yourself, okay? And when you listen to that intuition, okay, maybe it's telling you go for a run and you don't, you're not actually listening to your intuition. You're ignoring your intuition just because it felt safer and more comfortable to not go for a run. That doesn't mean you're actually listening to your intuition. With intuition as well, it's like listening to what your body is craving, okay? It's gonna tell you. Even for me, I eat oatmeal every single day. I feel like every like health and fitness person is like, you need to eat 100 million grams of protein with your breakfast in the morning. And I'm like, you know what? Oatmeal gives me like enough protein to sustain me and it feels really good and I love it. So I'm gonna eat that. And if I'm being honest, I look better than I ever have in my life because I'm eating intuitively. I'm eating what feels good to me. I'm paying attention to my body. So like if I eat something and I don't feel good, I'm also noticing that too and be like, okay, I'm going to stay away from that because I know that's not what's nourishing my body. I haven't been this obsessed with working out since I started my fitness journey when I was like obsessed with the gym. Because I'm allowing myself to move in a way that is guided by my intuition. So I'm taking that aligned action. And so it doesn't feel forced because I'm like, oh, this is actually what my body's craving. So I'm going to honor that and I'm going to take that action. I'm going to move in that way, whether that is a body weight or a Pilates or a combination, or maybe it's strength training or running, a combination of any of them. You know, I'm tuning into my body and listening to what she needs. Okay. So if I wanted to heal my body from the inside out, I would take this approach and focus on self-love, focus on aligned action, focus on the inner world, okay? Because the outer world, the physical stuff, that's going to happen, but it's not going to happen until you shift your inner world, okay? We all want things because we want to feel a different way. And the more you can start feeling that way now before you have the things that you want, the quicker you're going to get there. So I hope this episode was helpful. If you guys have any questions, please shoot me a DM on Instagram at Ashley Roberts. I hope that this episode helped you see how truly focusing on your inner self and your inner world and self-love is actually going to be the catalyst that gets you where you want to go in terms of your body, okay? Coming into homeostasis, coming into balance, de-stressing your life, okay? This stuff is so, so powerful, and I hope that these tips stuck with you. And if you know someone is struggling on their body journey and they're just feeling so stuck and have no idea why they keep repeating the same patterns, please send this to them. When you share my podcast with other people, it really helps the podcast grow. So thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you lovies in the next episode.